What's going on, everyone? NoleJP here. Today what I have for you guys is a little something different than what I normally do on my channel, but the topic is very, very relevant not only to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, but any other game you might be wanting to play online. What I'm going to show you all real quick is how to get that pesky NAT type from strict or moderate to the ever-glorious and much-needed open status. If you are playing on a NAT type other than open, you are doing a disservice to yourself and creating unnecessary hindrance to your daily gaming. The main thing you see with NAT type other than open is lag, and lag sucks. You do not want lag to be part of any online experience when you are playing heavily multiplayer type games. You want to be on the cleanest connection your internet service can provide to you so that you play the best game that you can play. This video will be based on the PS4 because that's what I play on, but the instructions will be very, very similar if you are on the Xbox. If you take a look down at the bottom of the window here on the Call of Duty main multiplayer window, you will see that my NAT type is open. Perfect, just how I want it. If you are showing something other than open, all you have to do is take the following quick steps and you will be on the open status as well. Now, if you are hardwired from your modem directly to your PSN or Xbox, or excuse me, PS4 or Xbox, you should more than likely always have a NAT type as open because you're not going through a router, which could affect your NAT status. If you're on a router, then this commentary is definitely for you. First thing you want to do is hit your PS button on your controller or the button on your Xbox controller that gets you back to the main menu screen and go to your settings and find your network items. So that's right here for you on the PS. It's right below your PlayStation Network account management line, and just go ahead into the network and you're going to find some choices. Go all the way to the bottom and go to View Connection Status. Now, once you go into View Connection Status, the main things that you need to take a look at are your IP address. Go ahead and write that down because you will need that a little bit later, as well as take a look at the bottom. You should be on NAT Type 2. Type 2 is exactly where you want to be. Now, some of these other items on this page are all fed from your router, so you don't have to write all these items down, but this page is being fed from your router, so they should already be there when we get to the next step. Go ahead and back up one page and go up to the Test Internet Connection. This is one thing I always like to do and make sure that you are obtaining a constant IP address. You are also getting Type 2, and as well as it gives you a quick check on your connection speed. Now, some of mine will vary just a little bit here because I'm doing some tests with my router right now. My connection speed's obviously a lot higher than what it's showing, but just to give you an idea of what's going on. Your final step will be to go over to your router settings to enter the most critical information. Every router is different, and your router has its own unique password you set up when you originally installed your router. So if you need to, go find your router book and whatever passwords you might need to get into the software. Usually you can get to your router page by using a common internet browser and typing in something like 192.168.1.1, which is very common, but some of the other routers out there may have other methods depending upon the model that you're using. Once again, this part may be different depending on the router type that you have. I use Linksys from Cisco for my routers. They're always very reliable. And there is a page on this router called Application and Gaming. And once you click on that, it will take you to choices of single port forwarding and port range forwarding. These are absolutely critical. You must be able to find these. You want to take a moment and find the page on your router that has similar titles. Start on the single port forwarding tab. As you see in the picture, I have 4 lines set up to give my PS4 maximum use of port forwarding and information flow. Remember when you wrote down your IP address, make sure your IP address field is plugged in for each of the line items you enter. I've whited out my IP address just for my safety, but it's a basic 3-digit, .3-digit, .1-digit, .1-digit format. Make sure you give each line of the item an application name. I have mine written down as the PS4, and be sure you're filling in the numbers exactly as I have listed. These are all up to date as of today, November the 6th, 2016, and are actually ports that I've used for many years now with many other games. Go ahead and save your settings once you've got all these plugged in. Next, head over to your port range forwarding tab. You should again have similar page as you just saw on the single, but this time you only need one line item of port ranges to enter, which would be 3478 to 3480. Protocol is both. Plug in your IP address, make sure you have an application name, and make sure the enabled box is also checked. Go ahead and save your settings here as well. Finally, head back to your PS4 or Xbox, whichever you're on, and restart your system. This will allow your system to pick up any new network settings when it restarts. Go back into your network area and test internet connection again and rerun the test just to make sure that everything still connects and your numbers are flowing through. Relaunch Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, head down to the multiplayer window and verify that your NAT type is open. Hopefully you do see it is open now. It worked for me, so hopefully it should work for you. So with that, thank you guys for dropping by to check out this brief item and hope your gaming goes to the next level with far less lag. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and check out all the other content that I have going into this channel. Have a good one everyone, and I will check you on my next video.